what's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're back with your boy Muzzy McGee. We're back for another live stream session. For those of you who've not joined the sessions before, the sessions are about 4 things. The first 2 things are about the live stream. The live stream is broken up into 2 parts. The practice part is where we practice scales, chords. We have like warm-ups and things of that nature. And the idea is that I practice, you practice, we practice together so that none of us have to practice alone. The second part so that we can get better and really do well and hone in on our practice sessions to see what we can do to get better so we can do the second thing, which first of all, we're trying to get from the intermediate to the expert or virtuoso levels of guitar playing. And by doing that, we will have to do it will help us do the second thing, which is to use what we've learned in our practice session and immediately translate that into the improvisational section, which helps us become better improvisational guitar players. Which during the live sessions, you'll judge me on my improvisational section, and hopefully you'll use some of the backing tracks that I have listed in the playlists so that you can create your own improvisational stuff. And then you can post maybe a 30-second clip to my wall, and we'll spend maybe 1 hour or a session where we discuss how you have attacked the fretboard, how I attacked the fretboard, different influencers that will help us get better at improvisational guitar, so we can move from the intermediate to the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. All of that is in service to the third thing. And the third thing is about me creating music using Logic Pro X, creating my own music for myself. And that will be 90% of the work I do in Logic Pro X using my guitar, either as the primary source, primary instrument that I use on there, or the principal instrument of inspiration that I use to create these songs. All of them will obviously be based around if I'm doing A major that week, or I will do A major or any of the modes in Logic Pro X making songs that week, because it only makes sense in the context that if we're going to do these practice sessions and I want people to follow along with me, it doesn't make sense for me to do an F major scale if I'm doing an A major week. It doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? So I want everything to kind of tie in together to what it's sort of do, so that people can sort of follow what I'm doing and follow the theory behind it, and that gives you more incentive to watch the actual program. So, but 90% of the music I'll be creating will be either for myself. Well, no, will be for myself. 90 to 95% will be for myself. The other 5 to 10%, depending on the weeks, I will be creating music for other people or other artists. This is a rule of thumb, and music for people who work on short films, because I live in an area where people make a bunch of short films. And the fourth thing is basically when people don't watch the live stream sessions, the sessions sort of serve for me as where I am, where I've been, and where I'm trying to go. So if any of that sounds good to you, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I know it's tough being here every single day. I'm telling you, even earlier today, I spent 1 hour and 40 minutes just sitting here looking at the screen trying to figure out whether or not I was going to get on the stream. And it happens sometimes. You know, I have my good days and my bad days just like anybody else. You know, I saw David Goggins. He says sometimes he'll spend 45 minutes staring at his shoes before he has to go on a 1 hour, 2.5 hour run, where he's doing, you know, anywhere between 7 and 10 miles just as a light run for him. And sometimes, you know, it just happens that we're not always motivated. So thank you for joining me on these sessions, and I hope that you'll join and subscribe and like and comment and tell your friends about this program. The second thing I ask people to do is, if you don't particularly watch the program all the time, but you want to help out with the channel, or you like what I'm trying to do here, I ask you to go ahead and check out my Ko-fi account. It's ko-fi.com/Muzzy McGee. The link is in the description of every video. You can donate €1 or more. I would say $1, but it's in euros. €1 or more to the channel if you'd like to do so. And if you don't want to do that, you can check out the cryptocurrency referral links I have available in the description of every single video. Again, I am not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do with your money. However, I trade cryptocurrency on a daily basis. I don't purchase it every day, but I do trade it every day, and I enjoy it very much. I spend anywhere between 25 and 50 bucks a month. If you are a new user and you want to get involved, or you think cryptocurrency might be something you want to add as a dimension to your investment portfolio, you can use the cryptocurrency referral links to sign up for the accounts. It costs you nothing. Okay. And in the event that you decide cryptocurrency is something you want to check out more exclusively or more closely look at, and you want to spend money on it, if you spend 50 bucks or more on any of these websites, they will offer you perks. The perks that they offer you because you're using my referral link obviously makes me the referring client, and they will also offer that to me. So hypothetically speaking, if they offer you 100 bucks cash back, or 20 bucks cash back in cryptocurrency, or 15% off of trading fees, they will offer that to me too, because I'm the referring client. And because I'm using 15 to 20% of my total gains to reinvest back into the channel, up to 100 bucks, okay, let's not get crazy with it, but up to 100 bucks back into the channel, that is how it helps out with the channel. Again, last year I splurged a little bit more, even though nobody signed up. I purchased something that I needed for my website, because I don't want to use other sources of money to inject into this business, because that's not how businesses are supposed to run on themselves. So my first goal here is to get net zero. So I try to get people to get involved, or to help get involved in cryptocurrency, or make donations to the channel, so I can at least make this channel net zero, which means it's totally free of cost for me to make this channel. as it is for you. So I'm not even talking about making profit, but to make the channel itself self-sustained. Energy, picks, strings, time that I spent on this, just net zero, okay? Not really time, because technically speaking, my time, I'm not really factoring in my time, but that's fine. Yeah, if you want to do that and you want to get involved, by all means, check out those two things. And if you don't want to get involved in cryptocurrency, you don't have to. And really, the third thing is what I ask people to do is really the second freest way to help me out with the channel is to subscribe to me across all platforms, because helping me grow my other channels, whether I'm active on them like Facebook or Instagram as of now, as of the last couple of days, or I'm inactive or not as active on those sites like TikTok or Twitch. Helping me grow those other channels will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel. Help me grow my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen, will inevitably help me grow those my other accounts. So with that being said, without further ado, we're going to get right started right now. We're going to get started on these exercises. We're going to start 70 beats per minute with the exercise that is most embarrassing to me. I'm going to embarrass myself on the internet so you don't have to, okay? Hopefully it won't be that bad, because hopefully people will see through the embarrassment and be like, you know, at least that kid is trying to do something, or that individual, because I'm no longer a child. But that kid is doing something. So let's try this exercise. So it sounded way better than yesterday, but we can tell, obviously, it needs a ton of work. Keeping those other fingers down at the same time you're trying to concentrate on moving the other fingers is a very hard thing to do. I've been playing for years and I still cannot do it. So for those of you who can do it right away, congratulations. You're awesome and you are better than me. If you can't, then congratulations for being in the same boat. And if you don't know how to play guitar, then you suck. Just kidding. Just kidding. Please don't take offense to that. It was a harmless joke. We're at 100 beats per minute now. Yeah, we're at 100 beats per minute. We're going to do the John Petrucci style, Bite of the Mosquito style exercise at 100 beats per minute. That was a cleaner one than I do normally. Oh, quick shout out to my boy Bobo. My boy Bobo texted me earlier. I hadn't talked to him in over a year. And then before then, I hadn't talked to him in like 5 or 6 years. So it was cool to hear from him. Shout out to that dude. You're the best, man. Yeah, let's get right into the alternate spider picking exercise from the 1st to the 16th fret at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Now let's get right to the chromatic tapping from the 1st to 16th fret at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. I don't know why I keep doodling around my guitar. Oh, I do have something I need to play now because I don't want to forget it. It's a riff that I'm not really working on. It's like a play on a riff. It's like... That's right. It sounds like this. Something like that. Anyway, let's go right into the 80 beats per minute. I'm sorry, we're working on the sweep picking exercise. Brandon D on sweep picking exercise at 80, 90, and 100 beats per minute. And then we're going to do sweep picking exercise number 1, I'm sorry. Beats per minute. Sounding pretty good. It's getting better and better and better. Beats per minute sounded pretty good. Let's try it at 100. It sounded pretty good so far. I think 100's the one I'm going to struggle with the most, but it usually, the faster the tempo, the more I struggle with it. Like most people, I guess. All right, let me hit the pause button here. No, we got to do second sweep picking exercise at 100 beats per minute. 100 beats per minute, 110, and then 120 beats per minute. This one I struggle with. I don't know why. but we're going to keep focusing on it and keep working on it until we get it right, okay? This one's harder because of the smallness of the pick, so. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I got to keep working on it because I got to figure out how I'm going to hold this pick because it feels like every once in a while you hear me stop or this, that, and the other. It feels like the pick is going to slip out of my fingers, and I cannot figure this out. But we're going to keep working on it until we do. Okay. All right. Tempo up to 120 beats per minute. We're going to stop there at 120 beats per minute and then get right into, I want to say the scales. They all need a ton of work. Sweep picking exercise, with that particular, those two, the sweep picking exercise 1 and 2 need a ton of work. I don't know what's happening with my fingers and the pick, but I've got to figure that out. That's an important thing I need to learn. So we're going to drop this tempo down to 105. Like I've said before, ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions, please hold them to the very end, as I don't have time really to check them out beforehand, and I'm toggling back and forth between 2 different screens. And until I have the metronome situation figured out as far as like having it off screen, or until I purchase another one of these that actually works, understand that it's not on purpose. Well, it's purposeful that I'm not answering questions because it just seems like it's tough to do when you're in the middle of working on stuff, to stop every 5 minutes to make questions or answer questions. The other reason is just because I struggle with toggling back between 2 different screens at the same time. My computer is old as dirt, and it has lasted a very, very long time, and I'm very thankful for that. Don't get me wrong, don't break. Let's go. We're doing the G sharp, A flat major scale, and then the A major scale at 105 beats per minute, at which point we're taking the tempo down just 5 beats per minute, and we're doing the G sharp, A flat minor pentatonic scale, and following that up with the A minor pentatonic scale. So let's go. First position, G sharp, A flat, major scale. Let's go. Second position, G sharp, A flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, G sharp, A flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, G major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. G sharp, A flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, G major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Oh, I'm sorry, fifth position, G sharp, A flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, G sharp, A flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, G major scale, 105, G sharp, A flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the eighth position, or the octave position of the G major scale, of the G sharp, A flat major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into the A major scale at 105 beats per minute, starting in first position. After I get some of this coffee. I also have to make sure my phone is charging because my charger is crazy. It is. So let's go. First position, let's go. Second position, A major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, A major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, G major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, fifth position, I'm sorry, A major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, A major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, A major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the eighth position, or the octave position, the A major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into the minor pentatonic scale. So I'm going to toggle back to this screen right here, drop down the tempo to 100 beats per minute, not 95. I don't know why it keeps doing that to me. Sometimes it really goes right to the tempo I want it to go to, but... G minor pentatonic scale. Let's go. Or G sharp, A flat, minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Second position, G sharp, A flat, minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, G sharp A flat minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, G major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, G sharp A flat major scale, G sharp A flat minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. I really struggle with being present when I get bored in my mind. It's so stupid. Fifth position, let's go. Yep, there we go. And finally, the sixth position, or the octave position, of the G sharp A flat minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into the last scale of the day, which is the A minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. And as we always say, lurger. Okay, let's go. Second position, A minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. I'm going to teach you a little secret if you're playing the pentatonic scale. Well, if you're playing the major scale, and your major scale starts off like this, well, this is if you play 3 notes per string, and your major scale starts off with this pattern. Then if you move that same pattern, you play that same pattern upward, then your major scale has moved from that note to the next note. And if you play that same thing up another note, that's the name note of that major scale. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but in pentatonics, it's similar. So if you play this shape, your first note is the name of that pentatonic scale. With this one, the first note is the name, or is the root note of that major scale. So this pattern, the root note, that's the name of the scale. That happens to be F major scale. You move it up 2 steps or up a step, it's F sharp G flat major scale. So same shape. Pentatonic scale, if you use this shape, this particular shape, you start on the root note, and that's the name of that major, that minor pentatonic scale. So let's see. Third position. See? Now we're G minor pentatonic scale, so I had to look for the G note, and now I figured out where it is. So. Give y'all a couple tricks of the trade and some of that. Fourth position, A minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. I should have said A, I said G. My bad, shouty. There we go. I proceeded to get so excited that I messed up the last two scales. So that was actually the third position of the A minor pentatonic scale, which is what we're on. Now we're on the fourth position of the A minor pentatonic scale, which starts right here. Got a little too excited. You know what I mean? Fourth position, fifth position, A minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the sixth position, or the octave position of the A minor pentatonic scale at 90 beats per minute. Let's go. I don't know why I played that again. I messed that one up. It should have been right here. So we're right here. Let me go back to this last one. So this is where the first position is. This is second position. And then third position is this. And then fourth position is... My bad. I played that one wrong. Fifth position. This is fifth position of the A minor pentatonic scale, which sounds like this. And finally, the sixth position. Of the octave position of the A minor pentatonic scale, 90 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take off the metronome because we don't need it. We're going to play the fun game called Find the G, which is why I was confused, because we're not playing Find the A, we're playing Find the G. And yeah, I am messing that up because of my big juicy beefy brain. I keep convincing my brain that we're at G and not at A, or at A and not at G, and we're doing different scales. So it is what it is. It's embarrassing. And I got really excited to share that information with you about pattern recognition. Like, once you recognize the shapes and the patterns of where they go, you know which shape comes before that, and the pattern goes after that. Once you have those memorized, then it helps you learn the fretboard a little bit easier. Okay, I'm not a master at the fretboard, but I have an intermediate, an above average intermediate level understanding of the fretboard now, and it's in part because I understand shapes and I understand how to watch YouTube videos on great people, great guitar players, I should say more specifically. And I'm not one of them. I get advice from other guitar players. So with that being said, we're going to do the Find the G, and G is It's on frets 3 and 15 on the bottom E string, which means that frets 3 and 15 at the top E string. Then we go to the bottom E string again. We're in standard tuning of E, A, D, G, B, E again. We're at 10 and 22 on the A string. Then back to 3 and 15 on the bottom E string, which means, you guessed it, 3 and 15 on the top E string. Then we're going to go to the B string, and we're going to go to 18 and 20. My bad, frets 18 and 20. Then frets 5, 3 and 15. Frets 3 and 15 on the bottom E string. Then frets 3 and 15 on the top E string. Then frets 10 and 22 on the A string. Then when we go to the D string, we're at 5 and 17 on the D string. Frets 5 and 17 on the D string. Then we go back to 10 and 22 on the A string. No different than yesterday, okay? Back to 3 and 15 on the bottom E string. Then back to 3 and 15 on the top E string. Then when we go to the B string, if you remember correctly, we're going back to the 8 and 20 on the B string. Let's press 8 and 20 on the B string. And we know that the G string is played open, so we're at open and 12 on the G string. Then we go to 5 and 17 on the D string. Then back to 10 and 22 on the A string. Then we're going to finish up with 3 and 15 on the bottom E string. And then finish up here right now. Now we're going to go right into the chords, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start with the G sharp, A flat minor chords, the melody chords, or the outside chords as I affectionately call them. Then we're going to go to the inside chords, the rhythm chords, or the bar chords, and then the bottom 4 string chords. And we're going to repeat that same process, but with the A minor chords. Kendrick Lamar, baby. Let's go. And turn down the volume because we don't need it that hard when we're strumming these strings. So let's get right to it. Back down. Back down again. Right here. Right here. Let's go again. Right here. And this one here. Now let's go back down. And right here. And here. And like linear. One more again. Back down. Back down again. Back down. Back down. And now we're going to go right into the bottom 4 string chords. That's not true at all. We're going to the inside chords. It sounds something like this right here. So right here. Right here. Right here again. Right here. Then right here. Right here again. Then right here again. Then right here before we go back down. Back down again. And back down again. One more again. Then right here. Here. Back down. And back down. And back down. Now the rhythm chords or the bar chords. It sounds less than like this right here. Okay. Switch it. Back down here. Here, and bar it off again. Let's go again. Bar up. Then my favorite. This one. Then right here. Right here again. Then right here. Right here. Right here. Let's go one more again. Right here. Right here. One more again. Right here. Right here. Finish up with this. Now the bottom 4 string chords that sound a little something like this, code switching. Back down. Never back down, but the direction we're going back down on the fretboard. One last time, ladies and gentlemen, and right here. That way you're going to go back down on the fretboard and finish up here. A minor chord. Started with the melody chords. Let's go. Let's go again. Again, last time. Inside chords. Let's go. Now the rhythm chords or the bar chords. Switch up here. One more here. Then bar that shit off. Right here. It's a tight stretch, folks. Right here. Right here. Let's go again. Right here. Right here. One last again. Bottom 4 string chords that sound a little something like this. Right here, code switching. This is the last one right here. Then right here. Last one. Let's get to this Antonio Alfonso Shigamajig. And I forgot, and I didn't forget. I just didn't put in the other one. I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to paste that right into the chat section. So I ask that you go ahead and comment and subscribe to their channels too. They are people who help us get better, and we want them to get the credit that they deserve. And so if you don't have money or donations or things of that nature, the best way you can help people out really is by liking the videos, watching the videos, and subscribing to their channel, following them. And we want to help the people that help us get better. So please do that if you can, when you take a second. I will be adding Meloday's music to this as well. I'm going to do that real quick so that way it is done. We're going to Instagram. We're going to Instagram. I'm talking about, just go to my main page on Instagram, on the Instagrams, okay? Then we're going to do the Meloday's music account. I'm not going to go spend 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever it is, to look for the actual video that we're going to be working on today. It doesn't make sense for me to do so because it's just a waste of time. However, as my 10th and grade history teacher to say, however, it is important that you follow these guys and that you subscribe to their channels. Again, I said it before and I'll say it again. It's the freest way you can help out. It is a free way to help out. And it also gives them recognition for the stuff that they're creating that we are using. And we are thanking them for their usage by watching their videos and creating a context in which they can get more recognition in the freest way possible by watching their videos. So we're gonna run through this melody or this Antonio Visario song real quick. And we know this already. We're gonna play it in a bunch of different keys. I don't know why it stopped. So we know that riff. We know it well. We're going to play through it again. Okay. I can close out of this, and then I'm going to go back to this main screen, toggle back to this main screen, and we're going to work on that. And we're going to do the Meloday's music one, which we know, we have memorized, but we don't have it played well. So this is what he's doing. It's Antonio Visario. Now we're going to work on the Meloday's music one, which is significantly harder, but it sounds like this. Well, we finished with that, and we're going to work on the Joe Satriani song today, guys. We don't need a metronome for it because the song is really a feeling sort of song. Turn the volume a little bit. Shoot. All right, we're gonna get right into the improv section of today's session. We're gonna start with a new song today because we started with this last one, with these last two every single time, and this is not a new one. It's just one we haven't played in a while, and I just think that'll be way more better. I really gotta stop saying that because it's not really correct English. These are in A major as well. That was a fun one right here. That one right here was fun, but not great. 4. Fun, but 4. It's really like somewhere you will find Oasis style music. That is all the time we about to have for today. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you for joining me on the session. Thank you for joining me every single day. I can't thank you enough. I'm going to toggle back to this main screen so I can see the sincerity in my dumb face. It's still weird that I see my face on the internet every single day. I still haven't gotten used to it. I've been doing this for over a year now, and I cannot figure out why my face looks so dumb. Weird. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to talk trash about myself. I know the internet's going to do a really good job of doing that for me. So with that being said, thank you for joining me on the session. If you've not joined before, this channel is about 4 things. The first 2 things involve the live stream. The live stream is about me practicing, you practicing, us discussing different techniques so we can get better at practicing, us being able to really hone in on what we can do in that hour and a half time that we have to practice and do the improvisational section, which is the second thing. But the idea is to get our practices tight, keyed in, and work on different exercises that are going to help us develop as guitar players every single week. Taking suggestions from influencers and guitar aficionados all across the board to try to take in as much information as we possibly can and using that information to make us better musicians, better artists, and just better overall guitar players. To do the second thing, which is an improvisational music, which I will be creating improvisational music every single day. I'll be using backing tracks that I find on YouTube. Subscribe to those channels. I'm asking you to subscribe to those channels. You can judge me every single day on my improvisational stuff. See if I'm getting better. It won't happen every single day, but every single from month to month, you can tell me if I'm doing things better or not. We can suggest different influencers that will help us get to that next level, from the intermediate to the virtuoso levels of improvisational playing. And all that is in service to doing the third thing, which is me creating the best music I possibly can in Logic Pro X, music I sing and songwrite to, and that I create that music every single day and every single week, and I post regularly. Like I said, my goal is to post 2 instrumentals a day, 1 song a week that I've written myself. And there may be some other things. I may add cover songs that I do just so people can see what I'm doing and what I'm learning and my skill set and where we are. So that's my goal, okay? And it's also my goal to create the best music possible, so I run those numbers. People run that up, you know what I'm talking about. And then, the other 10% or the 90% will be music I create for myself, and the other percentage will be music I create for other people, for other artists, and also other groups of people who need musical scores without copyrights. It'd just be me handing music that I've done just in exchange for credit, and hopefully to work with them again in the future. It's kind of like a quid pro quo. I do something nice for you, you do something nice for me. We help each other out, and it's a fun way to help people out. I give them free stuff. It helps me work on my skill, and it also helps me get the opportunity to work with people and do things I've never done. Working on movie scores is something I don't really do, so this will be an interesting and fun thing to do. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who would like to go in the channel, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel, because the fourth thing is basically when people don't watch the live stream turns into me for me as where I've been, a vlog as to where I've been, where I am, and where I'm trying to go. And it's helpful when you get feedback or positive or constructive criticism from you guys. I understand all that. It's not going to be positive, but help a brother out by at least commenting and letting me know what you think about what I'm doing and the things I can do, no matter how small, especially this small stuff. Let me know what I can do to get better. The second thing I ask people to do is during this period of time of advertiser-driven revenue purgatory in which I'm currently sitting, I do not have enough subscribers to get the stickers or super chats from YouTube, nor get advertiser-driven revenue from YouTube, because you need at least 1,000 subscribers. I need 980 more subscribers to do that. I'm not a part of the Amazon affiliate program because I don't have enough eyeballs on screen, so I ask people to make donations on my Ko-fi account. The link is in the description. It is ko-fi/Muzzy McGee, and that is my Ko-fi account. If you'd like to make a donation of €1 or more, that would be great. If you don't want to do that, that is okay too. The second thing I ask people to do is check out my cryptocurrency referral links. Those referral links are links to cryptocurrency centralized exchange platforms where you can purchase cryptocurrency. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not telling you what you should do with your money. However, if you want to get involved in cryptocurrency, these 4 sites are the best 4 sites to start with. Signing up using my referral links, you will get perks that will be exponentially better than that of which you would get if you signed up on your own. And the perks that they offer you, because I'm the referring client, they will inevitably offer to me. And because I'm using 15 to 20% of my total gains to reinvest back in the platform, that's how it helps out. Now, the last 2 things I ask people to do is really, if you want to help out with the channel, the easiest way, the freest way, really is just subscribe to me across all platforms, whether I'm active on those channels, like on Facebook, on Instagram, as I have right now, or I'm inactive or not as active on this platform like TikTok and or Twitch. Subscribing to me across those platforms, across all platforms, will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel. Help me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those other social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. It is Friday, May 30th. I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you all have a great weekend. We will see you tomorrow and in the next one and the next one as I continue to push the limits and try to do better every single day. I'm going to continue to build this channel. I go by the name Muzzy McGee. I'm going to try to build this channel, and I'm going to continue to build this channel brick by brick every single day. And I can't do it without your help. So I hope that you help me, and you will inspire me, and you will help me from a monetary perspective or a fiscal perspective or a sharing perspective or just a sending good vibes perspective, however you feel that you can help me out. Everything is always appreciated. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I'll see you tomorrow on the next one. Okay, love you. Bye. I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo. I live by myself because I'm a weirdo. Weirdo. I hit end on this already, but it's not because I'm a weirdo.